On a chilly March the 15th morning in 2024, Trooper Justin Hare of the New Mexico State Police was just doing what good cops do, stopping to help a seemingly stranded driver. Hare approached a broken-down vehicle at 5 a.m., unaware that the man he was assisting, Jaremy Alexander Smith, had left a trail of chaos stretching all the way from South Carolina. The vehicle looked innocent enough, but looks can be deceiving, and in this case, fatal. The man Hare encountered wasn't just a stranded motorist. He was an armed fugitive with a rap sheet longer than a CVS receipt. From Carolinas to carnage. Jaremy Smith's crime spree began far away in Marion County, South Carolina. There, he allegedly kidnapped Phoenicia Machado, a respected paramedic and Air Force veteran, after stealing her roommate's handgun in her car. She had been reported missing by concerned family members, but by then, Smith was already speeding across state lines like a demented version of a cross-country road tripper. This wasn't Smith's first rodeo. His criminal history read like a laundry list of felonies: kidnapping, burglary, jail riots, armed robbery, and shooting at police. If Grand Theft Auto ever needed a real-life mascot, he'd be a top contender. A cop, a gunshot, and a getaway. The moment Trooper Hare offered help, the nightmare began. Dash cam footage later revealed Hare offering to give Smith a ride back to town. But once in the patrol car, Smith pulled a gun and shot Hare in the head and neck, then dragged him out and stole the cruiser. Smith sped off at over 110 miles per hour like he was auditioning for Fast and Felonious before crashing the car. A manhunt began as officers realized something was very, very wrong, especially when Hare's emergency distress signal activated. Blood, bullet holes, and the search begins. Officers discovered Trooper Hare's cruiser abandoned near the highway, eerily quiet and ominously stained with blood. The patrol car, still running, sat like a ghost on the roadside, the passenger seat soaked in crimson, an immediate sign that something had gone terribly wrong. Panic spread fast. Radios lit up with urgent chatter. Sirens echoed through the darkness, and backup swarmed the area in a desperate race against time. Moments later, after a tense and emotional search, officers found Hare lying on the roadside, clinging to life with gunshot wounds to the head and neck. Despite the devastating injuries, he was still breathing, a miracle in itself. Officers rushed to his side, initiating CPR with raw determination. It was a heartbreaking scene of hope battling with reality. His breaths were shallow and agonal, a type of reflexive gasp that's often the body's final act. Officers, some weeping, continued chest compressions, calling him by name, urging him to hold on. One trooper quietly muttered, "Come on, man, you promised pancakes this weekend." Because under the badge was a father, a partner, and a hero whose only crime was trying to help someone in need. No rest for the wicked or the police. As Hare was rushed to the hospital, law enforcement launched into overdrive. Every available officer joined the search, from veteran detectives to rookies who probably hadn't even unpacked their lockers yet. The terrain was brutal, rocky, remote, and definitely not optimized for running in heavy gear. One cruiser popped a tire just minutes into the pursuit, and another officer tripped over a cactus twice. Meanwhile, Smith, the prime suspect, was reportedly still on foot, casually wandering like it was just another Tuesday. Officers received a tip that he was spotted at a gas station, tapping on the glass to get the clerk's attention. Apparently, even alleged killers need their cigarettes and Doritos. One officer joked, "Guess manhunts make you hungry." Witnesses recalled seeing a man with a purple backpack and weirdly perfect teeth, a truly odd mix of Cereal Energy and Crest commercial. Despite the chaos he caused, Smith somehow managed to blend in, slipping past multiple roadblocks like a Walmart ninja. The manhunt was officially underway, and officers were ready to chase him through hell, or at least a few more gas stations. The public joins the hunt. In the age of TikTok, detectives and true crime superfans, the public stepped up. A gas station clerk became an unexpected hero after spotting Smith's oddly spelled ID because nothing screams suspicious, like a dangerous man with kindergarten-level name creativity. Thanks to her keen eye and a bizarre shopping list, cigarettes, chips, and a felony record, authorities honed in on Smith's Albuquerque hideout, a full 140 miles from the original crime scene. Witnesses described him as wearing a purple backpack and sporting very nice teeth, as if he were about to join a toothpaste commercial, not a manhunt. It turns out being charming and hygienic is not mutually exclusive with being dangerously unhinged. As one resident joked, he smiled like a dentist's dream and ran like a track star. It was unsettling. The nicest guy. Deception runs deep. Many of Smith's neighbors were left scratching their heads. To some, he was just a friendly guy, polite, soft-spoken, occasionally offering to pull weeds or pet the neighborhood dogs like a gentle soul in a Hallmark movie. One local even said, "He told me good morning every day. Now I feel like I need to reevaluate my trust in small talk." But behind that smooth-talking exterior lurked a violent past. His ex-girlfriend, who bravely cooperated with police, recalled chilling threats and emotional manipulation. She described him as intense and obsessive, basically the worst parts of a rom-com villain, minus the redemption arc. Beneath the calm voice and fake smiles was a man capable of cold-blooded execution, a backyard battle. Eventually, the long arm of the law caught up with Jaremy Smith, who was last seen turning a quiet Albuquerque neighborhood into his personal episode of American Ninja Warrior, Fugitive Edition. Officers stormed the area as Smith hopped fences, dove through bushes, and used a backyard trampoline like a dollar store Spider-Man on a caffeine bender. The showdown included a shootout and a chaotic foot chase through multiple yards, flower beds, and at least one kiddie pool. He was finally captured, wounded, exhausted, and suddenly very interested in hydration and forgiveness. "I need water," he cried, "and maybe a better life plan," the officers probably thought. Neighbors were stunned. Kids watched wide-eyed from windows like it was Saturday morning cartoons, only grittier. One parent summed it up perfectly. "We moved here for peace and lawn care, not SWAT teams and fence-hopping fugitives." Courtroom drama and denial. Smith was taken to the hospital, where officers continued piecing together the chaos he'd left behind, like detectives with a jigsaw puzzle from hell. Despite videos, GPS data, blood evidence, and more witnesses than a daytime soap opera, Smith had the audacity to plead not guilty in April 2024. Maybe he thought it was opposite day in court. By January 2025, reality, and a mountain of evidence, finally cracked his confidence. He changed his plea to guilty on all but one charge, securing a life sentence without parole. Justice may have arrived late, but it wore steel-toed boots when it did. Lives lost. Trooper Justin Hare passed away at 7:21 a.m. on March 15th, leaving behind 2 daughters and a partner pregnant with their 3rd child. His final words, offering help, were tragically met with violence. Hare wasn't just a lawman, he was a family man, a hero, and someone who'd stop for a stranger on a dark highway without hesitation. Phonesia Machado, a decorated Air Force veteran and compassionate EMT, was stolen from the world with cruelty that defies understanding. Her patients called her a lifesaver, her colleagues a friend, and her family called her everything. The manhunt ignited nationwide coverage, forced tough questions in law enforcement, and united communities in grief and outrage. It was 50 hours of chaos that felt like a twisted episode of true crime, Apocalypse Edition. And in the end, it reminded us, heroes don't wear capes. They wear uniforms and answer 911. If this story moved you, informed you, or made your jaw drop, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe for more real cases that matter, with the truth brought to light. Drop a comment below. What do you think should happen to Jaremy Smith? Until next time, stay aware, stay safe, and stay human.